beautiful Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you joined me today. We're going to dive into the energies of what's coming your way when it comes to money, career, and success this time. And we're going to start out with a coffee cup, then dive into the tarot. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message and like to support the channel, subscription is the best and free way to do that. And I see here some good news coming forward right away. And it's actually like starting in the first week timeline and falling into the fourth week timeline. This is for the next 4 weeks. That's how I calculated. However, the timeline can change. But the thing is, their symbols are important here. I see there's a knife right there. I don't know if you can see. It kind of has like a heart shape on it. This is actually a slippery slope, and it is on a slippery slope. As you can see, it's like sliding down. The knife can sometimes symbolize a defense mechanism, someone trying to defend a territory, but the heart shape indicates that they have good intentions. So maybe there's someone, I'm thinking this can be family or someone that is close to you. Maybe you have certain amount trusted them and they're not giving that back to you. Maybe they're trying to protect you. They think they're protecting you with that, or there's a situation that they can foresee and you cannot at your position. That's why they are holding something back. Another thing here is knife can indicate like a hostile situation. Maybe you're in that kind of an environment or stepping in that kind of an environment, and this is coming from out of nowhere. It's a slippery slope I mentioned here. Maybe this is at workspace. You cannot leave currently because you need the money, but also like it's getting maybe unbearable. The thing is, the heart shape on it also tells me that there's something here that needs to be resolved and lovingly and calmly and peacefully, so you can, with the next place that you get to or the next stage of your life, you don't have to go through this kind of a drama. Okay, this can be like a karmic debt that you're paying, and or maybe if you don't believe in that, this can be a lesson that you're learning, a life lesson. And in this kind of situations, what I do is I have this affirmation I heard from Louise Hay, and she says, "All is well, everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come, and I am safe." I repeat this affirmation over and over and over again, and always, I cannot even say sometimes or usually, always, everything actually works out in the best way I cannot even fathom. Okay, so that's actually telling the highest power, the divine, that I believe that this is actually a life lesson which is upgrading me, which always ends up that way also. Okay, but when you do through this affirmation, you create a shortcut to your highest good and get to that point faster rather than just going through all that trials and tribulations. Okay, I see you see there's just sunshine here, even though this seems like somebody's coming at you with a knife, or a situation looks like it's going to drain you financially or maybe even career wise. It is going to end up opening up new pathways for you, and many of them. I see inside of here, this kind of reminds me, the head is kind of looks like a snake, but also looks like a salamander as well, and the salamanders are fire animals, which can be a new passion, and this is a big one. Sometimes the animals can symbolize those signs as well, like zodiac signs. So this can be an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, or a Venus sign of someone. And Venus sign is most about the relationship. So this can be someone that you're forming a relationship with, or you might have it on your chart. Okay, seems like here there's a new passion coming into your life, and it's not a small passion because this is a big one, a big salamander here that will be resilient to the fire, and that will be resilient to the time as well. So it will really carry you towards this sunshine here. That's why I feel like even though you might start the first 4 weeks, next 4 weeks we're looking at, with maybe a hostile person, when you get back inside, when you actually try to see what you are getting out of the situation, what's the best thing actually working out for your highest good, you will end up finding a passion of yours here, which like their life experiences coming back to me right now when I'm speaking to you. In the past, that has been that way for me as well. The people that actually made me so angry about a certain situation, made me walk out of the places that I was at, led me towards the highest good for me, the best environments, the best working situations and circumstances, and even more passion. Okay, I see something like that happening for you here. For some of you, I see there's a small tent here forming, which has like a number 8 above it. Most of the time, I interpret tents as a living space, but number 8 on top of it tells me this is a small, maybe like sacred space or a sacred money that you're going to be able to even put on the side, which will accumulate by time. Okay, number 8 symbolizes that growth, karma, completion, and material satisfaction. So it can be like a small nest you are forming for yourself, which has massive potential of growth here. Okay, within the second week, you might put that on the side like something, and then you can maybe start adding on to it. You keep adding on, and it's gonna grow and become something massive for you. Another thing I see is the massive letter A right there. A can be the letter A alphabet, new beginning. It can be in someone's first name or the last name. I see letter L, Alfie maybe, and it seems like two of you are climbing up a hill right here, the hill to a victory. Can be in your first name or the last name as well. It seems like you are actually finding a pathway that leads to a higher plane for you. Higher plane can be also, I don't want to just skip it like and say it in a spiritual level. I feel like higher plane can be like a higher level, higher floor, on a higher office. It can be something like that. Along the way, I see a woman here with a long hair. I don't know if you can see that. There's a woman right there with a long hair. She's maybe, I feel like she's in stress because she has another, kind of reminds me of the singer of the Beatles, John Lennon, behind her. You can see wearing round glasses and like a blonde man. So this can be a person which has like an artistic side, a creative side. However, also a stressful side to them, okay, and can be causing like a turmoil. Can be your energy, by the way, while you're climbing up the stairs. Maybe you're gonna get stressed out. Some part of you is gonna be focusing on the peace and the prosperity you're gonna manage, you're gonna accomplish. The other part of you might be freaking you out. There might be a duality happening. Taurus, you tend to keep yourself calm, cool, collected. You don't tend to freak out outwardly, but it can be happening inside, okay, while you are climbing up the stairs, getting to a higher place, which can, I don't want to say it, but it can be like a self-sabotage situation, maybe feeling tired, exhausted, not being able to do the simplest task can be the struggle that you're going to go through. But I feel like you're not going to stand on that too long, because you see there's actually, you're rising to higher here, like you're wearing your cloak. So it can be a temporary thing. And within the third week, if you feel like I'm so tired, I want to give up, I don't want to do this, this is not really, this is like a warning sign to you and tell you, okay, if that's what you're feeling, go ahead and rest, because you're heading towards a big adventure. This kind of attitude reminds me, I'm looking at here, the tin box I have here for tarot, the Fool. So it's a new beginning. You're stepping into an unknown. I think my cat's actually bit here. I don't know how they managed that. So yeah, it is actually like you're setting off to a new adventure if you can pass through that dark time. Dark time doesn't mean because it's like you going through it. It can be like planetary alignments are affecting you too, because we're going into the new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio tend to have this pessimistic mindset and attitude, okay? Another thing I see, there's a massive fish under it. You can see it's under the, like right there, it's, but you cannot maybe see at this moment, but when the time is right, you're going to be able to see that. Within the fourth week, I see a lady here. She's holding a torch. I said a lady because I feel like this is a skirt, and she's holding a torch. Kind of reminds me of the Lady Liberty. This can be your actually stepping into your full power with your creative energy. Femininity indicates creativity, and also the passion you're pursuing. Finally, you're finding an outlet, or maybe the outlet you already have is going to start shining. I see there are two contracts here. The contracts have waves on it, so it cannot really be exactly the way you want it. However, they're gonna fill, this kind of looks like a cup as well, they're gonna fill your cup fully. Basically, there's a pathway opening within the 4th week again. And this can be, there's a key right here. Maybe you're going to go to pick up a key. The key can be an office key. Maybe you're going to become a manager of some sort. Maybe somebody's going to hand you over an authority. And these kind of responsibilities most of the time comes with like financial support as well, an upgrade. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see someone here carrying another person, an older lady, on their back. So you might have someone right now that is getting support from you. And tears of joy falling out of your desire to your cup. So it can be your desire coming really fast, and it can even like really bring joy into your life. Another thing here is the second time around, your desire, this can be something, you first trial, you get your desire. The second time, it might require you to change the way you do things. Okay, this can be an application, this can be a formula, or like a way of making money, or a resource. The second time around, you might have to change the way you do things. I told you you're carrying, now it just disappeared, but you're carrying someone on your back. And maybe I believe that when you're taking care of someone or a pet or something, creator always gives their abundance, their resources, what they need, they cannot achieve by themselves, to you as well. So it can be someone that you're taking care of. Their tears of joy second time. Yes, when you change the pathway second time, your desire is going to actually start to flow faster. Okay, that this can be like a something continuously coming into your life. And the thing is, when you do this, abundance comes to you through someone else, or maybe somebody else's abundance actually going to come to you, and you're going to give it to them. And the more generous you are, it's going to expand your energy field. I even see here someone, Sagittarius again, with a bow on their back, an archer, a warrior, but they're not fighting you. They're actually coming here to support you. It can be like even a partnership that you're going to form with someone. Towards the 4th week, I see a bird carrying here a big, even though this is like a small bird, woodpecker, kind of like a long beak. It carries a person here. They have a dog next to them, and they're carrying something, bringing a gift to you. The bird, the woodpecker, can be indicative of making your own home. Again, I told you that we have a small home showing up, but it can be also a nest for you, a safety nest. The woodpecker can be someone who knows the formula, or someone who already accomplished it and maybe showing you how to do it. Another thing here, woodpecker can be someone bringing you some great news with a big source of abundance, okay, in their hand. Let's see what's happening. We're going to go week by week with your tarot. I'm going to pull a card for each week, but then if I don't get like the specific answers, or it's not clear, we'll pull more. Okay, let's dive into it and see what's happening. I see on the bottom here 2 of coins. This can be representative of, okay, it's great, looking great. Maybe you are stressing out too much to get things done, and it's just tiring you. Like I said, when you're feeling like you're burning out, you might need to take a break. The break doesn't have to be leaving everything, just fleeing away. It doesn't mean that. Mental breaks, meditation breaks, prayer breaks, or yoga, whatever it is that relaxes you. If you're playing an instrument, taking a break with that. That is necessary. That's what you need to nurture your soul and spirit. We have Ace of Swords within the 1st week coming forward. It's a new idea. It's a good idea. Second, the Strength, 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Coins. So seems like here you're going through something that first you're going to come up with an idea. And it seems like this idea is going to lead you to actually do something that is brave. Okay, Page of Wands, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Strength, we have the Leo energy here. So you're going to do something brave in order to actually get this started. It's going to be an idea, but the ideas are useless without action. That's why we have fire coming forward right after it. The bananas here, I love bananas, by the way. It looks amazing, and you see how abundant and how a lot of them are right there. So seems like this idea is going to lead you to massive growth. However, until they grow, they're very small and green. Okay, I don't know if you ever seen like I say raw, or like not the raw, but not mature bananas. They're actually very green and bitter if you bite them. So it might take a little, not too long, but a little, patience, strength, understanding, and knowing that you're almost there. The second week, I see that you're using all the strength, all the experience you have, and this passion and the idea merging together, and probably putting in a position of strength too, because she's taming. Here we have the body of a lion. These are most legends, these cards. And head of a crocodile here. Crocodile is cold-blooded, so it can be a situation that requires also you embody the energy of your opponent, which is being cold-blooded, stoic, and seeing that, okay, I need to be calm, cool, collected in order to defeat this enemy. So that's what's going to be required for you within the second week, that you will be calm, cool, collected, strategic, but also taming that lion, maybe that everybody's afraid of. 10 of Wands is the third week. I want to see more. 4 of Cups. Okay, so you might take on a challenge within the third week that is going to be a burden on your back. But it is a burden because you're looking at the past all the time, not focusing in the moment, not trying to resolve the things in front of you. You're looking at the past and saying, oh, I should have get one more thing. I should have maybe added one more thing. And 4 of Cups is like that yearning and that disappointment in yourself. Like, I should have done more energy. That's why I feel like here, this is a mental challenge that you need to resolve. And how can you do that with the Emperor coming forward? I feel like when you say, your word is your wand, you need to take charge, become the authority, your personal authority first, and then I feel like 10 of Wands can be maybe you're going to take the responsibility of others, or your job is going to be checking up if they are doing their work perfectly. So that's why you need to become the Emperor in order to leave that disappointment and the things that didn't really work out the way you wanted to be in the past. And that will lead you towards the Knight of Coins, which is your energy, Taurus, which symbolizes that you're going to be actually, first of all, Knight of Coins has a land. He's not like the Page of Coins that's just starting. He is the Knight of Coins, and he has a land, and he plants his seeds very carefully and collects those and like reaps those rewards at the end also. So when you actually take charge of this mentally at first, and then the physical will follow that, you will really have seeds to plant in your own land and collect it very swiftly too. We have here Ace of Swords comes with a 2 of Swords energy, so there's going to be an idea coming, and this is going to be a free will choice that you need to make a choice. You need to choose. Okay, the Tower comes right after it too. I'm going to tell you something really strange. When I did the Scorpio reading today, from this deck I pulled these 2 of Swords, and then this deck I pulled the Tower. It came to you as well. So I feel like here planetary alignments are affecting most of us, and you might actually your decision is going to destruct some structure. Okay, and I feel like it's not really going to crumble on you. It's not going to fall on you because you're stronger and you have your own passion. You're going to actually go on your own way, but some people are going to be under that. We have again the Knight of Wands energy here. You're going to be collecting your strength, and following your passion is going to lead you and get you out of this disappointment situation as well, and even help you complete something, a story that maybe has been going on for a while. For some of you, this can be in the work environment. Maybe you're only dependent on your work to make money. It seems like you're a bright idea, and your decision to follow that idea is going to lead you towards a new passion, new structure, new money opportunities. But when you're completing your maybe martyrdom story that you have been sacrificing your time and yourself to others, that's coming to an end. Okay, but it is going to crumble some people's world down because you are maybe their hands and feet. That's like actually a saying in my language. Their hands and arm, they say. Hands and feet, not arm, hands and feet, so they cannot do anything without you. When you leave, they're gonna regret it, but I don't feel like you're gonna care because you're gonna be living your own thing. That's why I feel like 10 of Wands coming here. Another thing that we have 5 of Swords coming with 10 of Wands. Maybe you are actually trying to do the things in a way that's only beneficial for you. And that's why this seems that becomes like a burden to you. When you start to think like an emperor, this is going to take a while. This is not going to happen in one day. The Hangman tells me that you're going to have a change of perspective. The Temperance says that in moderation. So it doesn't mean self-sacrifice. The Hangman is actually sacrificed himself. But he sacrificed himself for, I feel like, for himself, to understand and see things better, okay, for the general good of all, not only for someone else or a work, okay, some one thing. It's you're pausing, reflecting, understanding that instead of working alone or trying to see everybody as an opponent, when you approach the situation as you're the emperor and with moderation, you're actually going to take everything under control, you're going to achieve success here. Yes, there's an emotionally fulfilling and also materialistically upgrading energy coming, an offer coming forward. Ten of Swords is telling me that you're going to have, okay, there is a situation that you're fearful of that's going to come to an end in the best way possible, okay? And this is going to end because we see here there's the horizon, the sun is shining. This thing that scares you the most, when you start to plant your seeds carefully and start getting feedback for it, something that scares you the most is going to come to an end, and you're going to start actually exploring new passions, the things that really excites you more than the other thing that you're trying to keep alive, okay? Let's see 3 important things you need to know right this moment. I'm going to shuffle this card this time, because I feel like everybody's getting the same energies, guys. This is because I believe even the moon can affect the waters on Earth. Other planetary, we don't really know how they affect us. We just have, like, for example, Mercury affects communication, the electronics and stuff. That's assumptions, but we don't know which metals. Maybe they affect the metals in our body or the elements in our body as well. We don't really have clarity about that. Let's see what we have here. Wandering circus comes forth. I feel like we are a one-person operation already, and or this new thing coming forward, maybe this was the way you have been handling everything all alone. You're the one-person operation. That's how you take care of things. You're like Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. But the Five of Swords tells me that when you get thrown into a mix, that there are a lot of people coming at you, you might see them as opponent and try to knock everybody down. But the thing is, it's not the way to go, because it creates a lot of stress in your life. Wandering circus can be, you can initially start doing things by yourself, but when the time comes, yeah, exactly, it says you're capable and competent. You can make anything good, you can make anything happen, but when the time comes, it's time to allow others to come in and participate in your future, okay? Encouragement, yes, exactly, they're gonna come. They're not coming to fight, they're coming to encourage. We have numbers 15, 6, 9. I don't know if we're gonna get 3 here. Did we get the 31? So take the support coming into your life, take that encouragements, and even you can do self-encouragement, or maybe at the end of the day your job can become encouraging others as well. Dry Desert says, dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. I told you that you might get a little bit challenges here, a pause in the direction that you're going. You have to self-motivate yourself, and can be like a heavy burdens on your back that you have to let go of, taking the responsibility and the charge of everyone. But also, you need to, the 3rd week timeline can be the time here that find that inspiration within. Whenever you're feeling like you're going to give up, take rest your mind, yes, and then also consider the things that actually why you started in the first place, okay? And so the desert comes here to remind you the salamander energy, the fire energy, and how resilient these animals are under these conditions, and you can actually replicate that too. Let's get to your crystal now. These crystals, the writer actually infused the cards in the pictures with the energies of the crystals, and what you believe you will receive. So I'm going to show you the picture of which comes forth. You can take a screenshot, and that you can look at it whenever you need that. This looks beautiful. Let's see which one is that. Okay, rainbow obsidian. I love obsidian, by the way. Hope, depth, evolution. Within the darkness, there's always light. When rainbow obsidian's dark exterior is exposed in light, colorful bands highlight the stone's beauty. Rainbow obsidian is a gentle stone showing you unhealed matters of the heart and bringing hidden wounds to the surface for ultimate healing. This obsidian takes you on a journey of evolution, of opening your heart and discovering your true purpose in this life. This can assist you to cut cords and also floods your life with light and love, forgiving yourself and others in the process, okay? So you can obtain one of the stones I'm not selling them, but you can find in your local store probably, because I don't know the rainbow obsidian, but obsidian is very common. And it's a volcanic stone, and I think like people also do scrying with those things. I'm a little afraid because those kind of things can open portals, if you believe in them, but you can still use it to let go of this, whatever this fear blocking your path. Okay, let's see your affirmation. What do we have here? We have a child playing with the rocks, obsidians, right there. Number 15. I take some help from the booklet of this because these are very like specific symbols. There you go. Take a break from cheering and jeering at the circus. Circus, one ring circus. There you go. Haven't you noticed that it has always been this way? No one is forcing you to participate. You can always step outside and do something else. So yeah, another thing, now this has another meaning here. Maybe you are inside of a circus right now. You are trying to support others that you don't believe in their cause. This is telling you maybe step outside a little bit, take a small break from it, and remember why you're here on this planet. Okay? All right, beautiful Taurus, that's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.